One, two, one, two, one, two. Now we get to go. Hi, everybody. It's your pal, Jason.
Hi, everybody.
And your pal, Keith. We are live Saturday, as we usually are. And we'd like to welcome you to the show. Thank you so much for joining. This show is a JK, the podcast your mama warned you about. It is very exciting to be here with you tonight. Keith and I have a lot to talk about. And if you go right now, you could click the watch together with friends or a group. You click start, Keith. This is for you.
I'm doing it.
And then you go, hey, everybody, watch us make fools of ourselves. So that gets...
Hey, all you
I spelled everybody really badly, so... Okay, so there's a feed. We got the feed going. We have 3 viewers already. Welcome, viewers. I'm guessing my dad is out there somewhere. So, hi, Dad. I love you.
I saw PJ was on there.
PJ's here. So, I guess the big... we got a big show. We got a lot to talk about. There was a guy who drank a whole liter of lemon juice. That's exciting. And there was some monkeys that stole some COVID samples. So, that's fun to talk about. But we have a lot of other things we want to talk about with you as we begin the show. We are excited to be back with you as always. But before I start, and because this worked last week, this show is brought to you by my new book called 7 from the System. It is called a science fiction / speculative fiction anthology. It is available on Amazon for $4.99, or if you're local. If you're local, you can buy a copy from me. Just find me, and I will sell you a copy for $4.99. And I want to say hi to George Brown. Thank you so much for picking up the book. And also, longtime listener, first-time caller, Matt Davis, who also has pledged to pick up the book. Thank you very much. That's very gracious of you. I look forward to your reviews, bad or good. I'm just pleased that you are along for the ride for this book. Thank you so much for being supportive. But the show is brought to you by the book and, of course, my comic book, Vorpal. And if Keith does something, we'll have it brought by him. And if you want to sponsor the show, you can do that too. So that is that. Keith, how are you?
I am well. Man, I'm wearing a T-shirt. I'm not cold.
What does the T-shirt say, by the way?
It is a show T-shirt.
Show T-shirt, all right.
It's a Blue Moon Productions, which is a small avant-garde theater company in Lawton, Oklahoma, not Lawton Community Theater.
All right.
We did the Evil Dead, the musical.
Hi, Kim's sister. I love you.
It was fantastic.
You did Evil Dead,
I just had
really?
a small part.
Right on.
Evil Dead, the musical.
Right on. I could dig that. So I've got my Avro. Oh, it just disappeared. That's cool. My Avro Vulcan T-shirt, and I've got the Stay on Target hat on tonight. So no Dodger love tonight. So we are properly adorned, and I've got the Van Halen stripes background working tonight, which you liked. So
I see that. I really like it, and I'm mad that I can't do something like that.
We got to figure out.
I'm wearing my. I don't wear.
I saw that the Garth Brooks hat. The Garth Brooks hat. You know who has a funny relationship with Garth Brooks is one of my favorite comedians, Tom Segura. He has a really funny relationship with Garth Brooks, and basically thinks Garth Brooks is a psycho. So it's kind of funny to see them kind of go back and forth. But anyway, if you're not aware, we have 10 predictions. Somebody's going to win a T-shirt. This is very exciting for the bracket for tonight's bracket, which is TV theme songs. And I have glanced at it. I can't say I haven't looked at it. I've glanced at it. I know exactly what's on there. But I do know what's not on there based on what John B. has said, and plus kind of skimming it real quick, I did not see the words greatest or American or hero on there. But we'll talk about that when it's bracket time and when it's time to start up the bracket. So
I'm taking so much shit already for days now.
You should be. I mean, so here's the thing, folks. When we do a bracket, we try to do a bracket every show. And so Keith gets a bracket. Cheers. Keith gets a bracket. I get a bracket. And so this is Keith's bracket. So it's completely up to him on what he wants to do. I don't influence it. You know, I might say
we try to surprise each other, really.
Right. So Daniel Nathaniel on now. Daniel, come on. So we try to surprise each other, right? So what we try to do is say, don't look at the bracket, but. I had to kind of fix the bracket this week to make sure that we got predictions in. So I had to glance at it real quick, but I tried to avoid
You
actually.
didn't mess with any of the names.
No. But I had to fix it. You would put in, yeah. So anyway, when I make a bracket, I say, "Oh, you're gonna love this bracket," and when he makes a bracket, he says, "You're gonna love this bracket. I guarantee it." So. I haven't seen any comments yet. Nobody's chatting. Oh, well, maybe my dad isn't here.
I see, or am I in the wrong one? Let's see. No, that's this one. So I have to say, Connie Maurer has been listening for a number of weeks now.
Yeah.
Connie Maurer is the mom of my best friend in high school. So the fact that she's listening from Omaha,
there's Daniel.
Connie, get Randall.
Hi, Daniel.
Listen.
Hi, Stacy. Connie, welcome. Thank you for being a loyal listener.
John Beamer, not the John B. we always mention, but no. John Beamer's in at Fort Sill.
So we usually have to go over why we're here. So we're here because we had some time during COVID to do this. Like when we were telecommuting, we had a bit of time during the day. So let's do a podcast. So we started doing it as a podcast. And then we were like, you know what? Neither of us have social lives. So let's have a Saturday live podcast. And so
I feel so attacked right now.
So we do. Look at me. I'm here with you. So we do this.
You're married and have a child.
Yeah. I love them both very much. But anyway, so we do this Saturday thing because I think we have big egos, so we like to say hi and get on camera. But we also do it because it's fun. It's a lot of fun, and it gets us together, breaks up the whole COVID thing. 12 viewers, 13 viewers, Keith. This is very exciting. Welcome to all 13 of you: Keith Springer, Jeff Kelly, Stacey Graham, Daniel Nathaniel, Robert Krebs, Kim Winslow, William, Bill, I love that guy, and Keith Springer has joined. I don't know if they're all here. I don't know where John B. is, Stace. I'm waiting for him to pop in. He'll probably pop in.
He popped in and said that he'll be in and out because his wife likes to read Facebook to him, so he may have to pop out an earplug.
Okay.
To hear.
I had a feeling he would be here for the bracket because he had some contentious points for you. That you admittedly there was
everybody can kiss my ass.
John B, loyal listener. He was our first loyal listener, I think, aside from PJ and Ray. So that's good news.
He promoted it to other people.
Yeah, it's good news. That's good news. So anyway, if you're not aware, just in case you're not aware, we do 2 a week. We do an audio only podcast on Tuesdays, and then we do this sort of Saturday freak show that we both love to do. So, are you a coffee or tea person?
No.
You don't do either?
I don't do either. Every once in a great while, I'll get a Shopette or an Easy Go gas station French vanilla cappuccino. But
what?
I don't.
All right.
I don't. I'm a water and Diet Pepsi guy.
So I don't know. When I joined the Air Force, right? This was a long time ago. When I joined the Air Force, when you join the Air Force, you go through a process. You go through a physical. You go through all this paperwork to make sure you're not crazy. They make sure you're not a spy, and then you go to this thing called the Military Entrance Processing Station, MEP station. And at the MEP station, this is where you basically sign your final paperwork and you commit to being in the Air Force, right? So the guy asked me 3 questions. He goes, "Jason, do you smoke?" I said, no, I don't. I've never smoked in my life. No. He goes, "Okay, all right. Well, do you drink coffee?" And at the time, I didn't drink coffee at all. And I really don't now, but I will share a cup if Dee Dee's having a cup or if I'm in the mood, right, for it. So he goes, "Do you drink coffee?" I said, no. And he goes, "Oh, shit. Oh, what have we, oh. All right, well, if you do the 3rd question, we should be okay." He goes, "Do you golf?" I said, no, I've never golfed in my life. He goes, "Oh my God, how did we let this guy in the Air Force? Oh, he doesn't drink or he doesn't smoke. He doesn't drink coffee and he doesn't golf. Oh." And I was sitting there kind of like, just frozen for a second. And he goes, "No, I'm just pulling your sign here." So it was funny, that kind of introduction to smoking, drinking, and coffee drinking. Hello, Joe Embler. Good to see you. That sort of introduction of, the Air Force to me. So you're neither. You're a Diet Pepsi, which is the devil's swill, right?
You again kiss my ass.
That's 2 kiss my asses. And I don't think are we 10 minutes in? Let me see. No, we're not even 10 minutes in. This is a good day.
He said, "Keith, you have an ass?" And to PJ, I will say, "PJ, you've seen my ass. You know I have an ass.
What?
I had this proclivity for a while there of
That's a good word.
Just showing my ass.
Right.
I like to moon people for a while there in my life, and he and Ray
Right.
having a ground floor apartment, I would have to pass by their apartment to go to the laundry room when we all lived in the same apartment complex.
Right.
So anytime I came back and their curtain was open over their patio,
Right.
I would show my ass. Sorry, Connie. That's more than you want to know. I know. So anyway, there you have it.
Well, it's nice to know your ass has been out in the open, I guess, in a weird sort of way. So, hey, Rick Blackburn is here. Rick Blackburn is here. That is fantastic, Rick. It's great to see you, man. It is, wow.
Welcome,
Rick Blackburn is a good memory. So when I asked the coffee and tea question because earlier this week I posted something on my Facebook feed, and it was this purse, right? And it was this sort of hippie-looking purse, and it said something to the effect of, if you own this purse, you are definitely I'm not a coffee, I'm a tea person, right? And I thought it was just hilarious. And when Dee Dee saw it, she just started cracking up, and she said 100 freaking %. And I just laughed at that. So I posted it. But I think some folks got hurt by that, so I just want to say it wasn't meant to hurt anybody. It was just funny. It was kind of a funny stereotype. So I just want to say that's funny. By the way, I will drink either, but mostly I'm a coffee person. I do like a good cup of coffee every now and then, as opposed to the God's true diet drink, Diet Coke, Coke Zero.
Diet Pepsi.
Whatever. Did you have any in the fridge? I was going to look the other day because I was really thirsty, but I forgot.
You know what? I believe there is one I left.
So you're not out of stock yet?
Just for you.
Okay, all right.
Just for you.
That's mighty nice of you.
I know when I got put on round the clock, teleworking every day, I cleaned out my drawers and all that of food,
right,
and brought it home. But I think I left a Diet Pepsi in there just for you, just so when you had to slum and look for something to drink, you knew where you could find the best drink ever.
So I ran out of these, not an advertisement, and I ran out of diet soda, which I also had in the fridge. And I was really thirsty one day, and I'm not sure why, but I was like, maybe he's got a Diet Pepsi. But I sort of forgot about it. Like, I didn't, attack that thought. But I thought, he's probably got a Diet Pepsi in there. I bet he does. I bet he has one in there for me. So you heard about this cat that drank. No, you didn't. I'm sure you didn't. So apparently a world record was set, speaking of drinking things like coffee and tea, which are not like coffee and tea, where a cat drank 1 liter of lemon juice in 17 seconds, and that's a world record.
Now, when you say a cat, a person,
a person. I'm just trying to be hip.
Good job.
Trying to be Dave Brubeck hip, saying cats.
Right.
So this guy drank 17 or a liter of lemon juice in 7. Could you do that?
No.
Yeah.
No.
I don't get that. No. And it brings up dumb fucking world records, because it is a world record. And did somebody say, you know what I need to do? We need to create a world record that says lemon juice in an amount. That's not a world record. Okay, that's a frat party thing, isn't it? I mean, isn't it?
Yes.
That's just a frat party thing, isn't it? Dude, watch me drink. Here I go. I mean, come on. That's all it is. It's just a frat party fucking sort of joke, isn't it?
Now
hi, Jerry Wren. Great to see you. I'm trying to welcome everybody as we're talking.
Did you say Darren was in?
No, Jerry Wren, fantastic public affairs officer, now retired, joining us. We're dropping some frames here. Hopefully people are able to see us. But I could see us on the Facebook feed, so we look okay. So we're probably just dropping frames occasionally.
Well, I think
Dee Dee is the bandwidth we have in the house is pretty good. But if she's streaming something, it can be contentious. But she's streaming this thing on Jeffrey Epstein, and she's been telling me about it, and it's fucking fascinating.
Hey, spoiler alert! He didn't kill himself.
Darren, hi Darren. He didn't come up, but I know he's going to be listening. Or
he will be later.
Yeah.
I saw something on his Facebook where he's in Rotenburg on Tauber.
That's a great place.
On Tauber. That was on my bucket list in March when my visitor's trip got canceled and we all went into lockdown.
It's this cool.
Go back in time.
fortress community that, it's very cool. You need to go. It's one of those things you have to do when you're in Germany, Keith. And if you don't do it, you're not going to earn your Germany card. So,
I plan to.
But back to the lemon juice thing. It's under that heading of dumb fucking world records, right? And there are a lot of these, and I don't know if Guinness has. And I always wonder: is Guinness World Records? Is that the beer? Are they associated? Maybe one of our 12 viewers at the moment can help us with this. Is the Guinness beer the people who do the world records? Because I think that can have a true effect on what world records we're trying to achieve. So maybe somebody, Daniel Nathaniel, clarify that for us, please. I know you are fast on the Google, so we'll wait for Daniel Nathaniel's response. But I don't know if Guinness really sort of takes into account the shitty world records that exist, or if they're just putting them. A guy drank lemon juice and a liter of lemon juice in 17 seconds. That's a world record. No, it's not. It's just a stunt. It's that same argument that I think you've heard that, hi, JoJo, I love you, Joanna, thank you for joining us. So Daniel Sanders says, yes, Guinness is Guinness beer. It was meant to settle bar bets. That's even better.
That is
fucking fantastic, actually. That is great. So
I'm not seeing all these comments you're seeing.
Well, you need to get on the page, and you need to go in Chrome, bring up the Facebook page with the feed with the video on it. But
I can see us. I can see some comments, but not.
Well, just make
all of what you're seeing.
Okay, I'm sorry, JoJo. She knows how much I love her. I don't need to tell her that. But anyway, so
I love her too.
So, but there's all these other sort of dumb world records that fall into this. Now, like competitive eating especially has gotten into these sort of, it's a world record sort of. And okay, but I think again, we try to sometimes tie this show to sports, and we like sports, and I imagine if football season launches when it should, we'll be talking more about that. But it's that same argument that. Is he an athlete or not? Is a NASCAR driver an athlete or not? Is a golfer an athlete or not? And does it matter, right? Because if you like to watch golf, who fuck gives if it's an athlete or not? I'm pretty sure Duffy Waldorf is not an athlete, but he's a fucking good golfer, right? Whereas, who's your boy? Dak Prescott is an amazing athlete, and he's good at his sport. I mean, what's your sort of take on that?
Oh, I agree, but I'll tell you what. I went to the chipping range today, or the chipping green.
You
today,
did
for about
with your
an hour.
brand new country club membership.
Yep, yeah, absolutely.
Right.
And if the way I feel is any indication, I'm a damn good athlete.
Yeah, I was going to say you're a damn good athlete. I think Stefan and Aaron would also say that you're a damn good athlete. I'm just kidding. 16 viewers by now. This is very exciting. All 16 of you, welcome. We are very excited to have you along. This is going to be a great bracket we're coming up to. So if you've entered and you're watching, good luck. Because honestly, I've only skimmed the bracket. I have no prejudices here. And as always, Keith and I will hash this one out. And figure out who's going to win the T-shirt this week. And we'll get your T-shirt. So we'll get your T-shirt off in the mail as quickly as we can. But remember, the mail isn't delivering things like T-shirts as quickly as they used to. I think they're still delivering.
I still don't have mine yet.
Right. I ordered you a T-shirt like as soon as I created the thing. And you still haven't gotten it, and that sucks. I need to check on that. But the mail may not get you your T-shirt until after the COVID thing goes down. By the way, we usually give a COVID update here from Germany. Not really much has changed. General Order 3 came out, which means we can travel within the country pretty much anywhere, which is why we went to Trier, because it's about 120 kilometers.
Talk about that a little bit. That looked amazing,
So Trier, if you don't know, or Trier, however you want to pronounce it, Trier is a fantastic city. I'm sure folks like Rick Blackburn and others have visited. But Trier is this wonderful, amazing city right on the sort of Germany-France border. And I like it because it's got a lot of great food. It's got the Black Gate, the Porta Negra, the whole thing. And it's one of those places you can go, I think, and we noted it today. We were sitting there and almost nobody speaks English. And today, for whatever reason, there weren't a lot of Americans in town. Because I'm always sort of conscious of sort of looking at people and, okay, that guy's in a polo shirt, khaki pants, and his hair is parted on the left, and that guy is an American military person. But even then, there wasn't a lot of English spoken. There wasn't a lot of, it was it was very cool to be immersed in a culture that I was foreign to. So it was great to see the Black Gate, but we didn't stay long. We went up, we saw the Black Gate, we got the photos. If you're on the Facebook feed, you saw the photos. And then we had a great lunch. I tried a new Russian dish called, and I'm going to screw it up, lermini, but it's essentially just dumplings with sausage in them. That was fantastic. Nancy Patuzak noted that almost everything with dumplings is good. She's right. And then we came home. So it was almost like going to Baumholder, but like doubling the distance. That's it. So, but it was good to be able to go there. Just as an observation, not a lot of people with masks on in the restaurants, in the sort of the walking streets and everything. Not a lot of people necessarily socially distancing. Maybe I wasn't reading the room right, but it didn't look like that. But a great visit, perfect day for weather, perfect. I mean, Germany's had a hello, Zoe Hasty, good to see you. Perfect day for weather. Couldn't have asked for better. So, well, I'm sure it was the same way when you were out chipping, though. Beautiful weather, right?
Oh, it was beautiful. There was a guy out there, obviously a golfer with his wife and two younger daughters, and just chipping around the green there. And I was trying not to hit them as I was practicing my short game. And so, no, it was absolutely beautiful out there. I went to the bank, went to the
Pelmini, yes, Daniel. Thank you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Made an appointment for a haircut for next weekend.
Oh,
by the way, Ray was keeping us updated, but so I switched over.
All right.
And there is 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
What are we doing here?
5, 4.
I'm scared now.
3.
What are we doing?
2. 1. Ignition. Liftoff of SpaceX.
What? Oh, it lifted off.
The SpaceX right just now. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
I didn't realize we were doing a show during SpaceX launch. All right, go ahead. Narrate it. Go ahead. Come on.
No,
come on, Keith Pennell or Robert Keith. Come on.
Yeah, T plus 30 seconds now.
Yeah.
And still going. And I hate the words go with throttle up. That was with the space shuttle.
Yes, it was. That's 10th grade for me. Yep.
So where were you when you were watching the Challenger?
10th grade social studies / geography class, Mr. Dre's class. He had actually wheeled in old school 27-inch television to put in front of the room, and he turned it on and we watched it, and we all sort of were just like, wow, it's incredible. So yeah, definitely. That was a definitely 10th grade memory for me, for sure.
Strangely enough, I was in 10th grade, too. I thought we didn't graduate the same year, did we?
I'm not sure. Maybe it was 9th grade. No, it could have been 9th grade because...
You were in 11th grade.
Maybe. Actually, you're probably right because I was at Point Loma High School instead of Monte Vista High School, so that makes sense.
Okay.
So probably, probably 11th grade. So Mr. Dre, getting old.
Because I was in 10th grade, and I was in electronics class.
Right.
And the vice principal, Mr. Givens, came over the intercom and said,
Mr. Anderson.
Just wanted to announce that the Space Shuttle Challenger has lifted off. And about that time, the entire class, and I'm figuring the entire school, started going, yeah, and exploded.
No, man. Joanne Shaw is here, by the way. Yeah. Joanne, I'm very jealous of Joanne because she lives in Los Angeles, which is exactly the place where I want to live, but I do not have nearly enough money to do that. So, hi, Joanne. It's great to see you. Rick Blackburn said Shuttle Challenger disaster was his third assignment. I could believe that.
Wow.
Skippy's third assignment was... you're listening to This Show is a JK, by the way. JK for Jason and Keith. My name is Jason Tudor. The guy in the upper left panel is Keith Pennell. We are grateful for your patronage here tonight as we sort of blabbermouth our way through another show and try to take your mind off of COVID and coronavirus and try to give you something to laugh at. And we appreciate all of the action that we're getting on the chat. Keith Ewan is here. I didn't see Keith. Keith Ewan joined. It blew by because Joanna Gaska. Hi, Keith. Good to see you, my friend. Holly Needhammer is here. Yay! Holly's here. Yay! Good stuff. This is good stuff. This is a good night for viewers.
You're excited.
I am excited. I haven't seen Holly since I left Augusta. It's very good too. She threw a wave at us. But Keith Ewan's here, so that's good too. So
great.
So are you still watching it? Is it still flying upward, I hope?
It's still going up. Yep, I switched back. Why am I getting stuff on my phone?
All right, so while you're doing that, I would tell you folks that we are available on iTunes. If you want to subscribe, we would love that. Leave a review because it helps the algorithm. It helps promote us up the ladder of wonder and gets us more time. So if you can do that. We're also on Spotify. That's where John B. listens to us. We're on Google Play. We are on Spreaker. I think we're on NBC, CBS, and Fox. Maybe not. But we're in a few other places. Netflix. We're on Netflix.
Along with other things you don't want to watch.
Uncut Gems. We're next to Uncut Gems, so we're on Netflix. We are in the Smithsonian. I think we're there, and a couple of other places. But in any case, iTunes, Google, and Spotify are your main locations to grab us, hug us, and listen to us 2 times a week. As often, 2 times a week is our schedule. We've been pretty good with that. And to do it as often as we can. So we are very, very happy for that. So my 3D printer has still not arrived, by the way.
It's in the same place my T-shirt is.
Yeah, it's not coming till the end of June, so I'm a little bummed about that. But so the other thing that I kind of teased early on is in India, if you're not aware, there were scientists and others working in a scientific lab with science things in it. And, with like controls and other things. And apparently monkeys attacked the lab and stole COVID blood samples.
I saw the headline on that.
Yeah.
Because if you remember the movie, I just
Contagion.
lost it. Dustin Hoffman.
Contagion.
And Contagion,
yeah. I think it's Contagion.
That's
anyway.
how it started.
Somebody will correct us if it's
Outbreak.
Thank you. Yeah.
Outbreak started because a monkey got loose from a lab,
right?
Bit a guy who was moonlighting, whose job it was to transport the monkey,
right?
And then he transmitted it when he coughed.
And then he told 2 friends, and so on, and so on, and so on.
So that's how we're all going to die. Is monkeys ran away with the COVID test strips.
That is outstanding. Yeah. Again, scientific lab with scientists and technicians and probably security people, and yet monkeys were allowed to steal samples of blood. So I don't know. I'm not sure what that says about. I mean, there's egregious things that happen in the United States too, but when the monkeys can steal samples of blood, that's probably not a good thing. All right, I'm going to close the predictions now. So if you haven't predicted, tough shit. Let me see if I can find it. I got to find it. La 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 la, and we're going to get to our bracket here in a minute on theme songs. La la la, say something, Keith, while I'm vamping here.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was looking for things, getting ready for the bracket. Let's see. You went to Trier.
Yeah.
Darren, I know, who will watch this soon.
He's on the other side of the country.
Rodeburg and Tauber,
right?
Which is apparently
because there's like 3 different Rotenbergs, so you gotta make sure you say Rotenberg, blah 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 blah, because that's the one that has the fortressy thingy around it. That's really cute. Right. Holly asks, how in the world could that happen? Why would monkeys want lab samples? Thought it was food. Again, Holly, I wish I knew. It's it's like a morning meeting. And she'll get that. Nobody else will, but she'll get that. All right, so predictions are closed. We'll talk a few more minutes, and then Then I'm going to let Keith run his theme show, theme song thing. So, So the thing that about the monkeys is, what kind of security do they have, and why would they allow them to steal? And I think India is probably one of those underreported countries like Brazil and Russia, the BRIC countries really, Brazil, Russia, India, and China, who are probably underreporting because
when you say underreporting, you mean the COVID cases?
Right. So to me, it's about population density and, where people live, where they are densely packed and tightly together. I think that is part of what mutates the virus and gets it moving to other places. And I think India and Brazil and Russia and China, maybe not Russia so much, but China for sure, they have more densely populated, dense populations. And the United States has dense populations in specific areas, right? Atlantic seaboard, Philadelphia, New York, Washington, D.C., Los Angeles, maybe Seattle, Dallas, but not so much like just clustered together. So anyway.
Go back to the SpaceX launch real quick. And,
Yes, sir.
And John B., where he was and what happened is unique. So I want to make sure I read this.
Yeah.
John B. was in the Azores, public affairs guy for the Air Force. Had to okay the TV station going live.
Right.
No, this is Challenger, by the way. This is Challenger.
Right.
That we're talking about here. No TVs in the HQ building. The general and I stood in the janitor's closet where our UPI ticker,
Yes.
Which today would be an Associated Press or whatever,
Right.
was the UPI ticker was in the janitor's closet and silently read each update for almost an hour.
Yeah.
Then we went home to watch the replays and coverage.
I know exactly.
That's amazing.
So I was at Lodges as well. I know the TV station he's talking about, and he's told that story to me before. So it is amazing. It's an amazing story. It's like we all have a story about where we were for 9/11. I was at Airman Magazine. I was in, so it's a pretty amazing thing. So, all right, before we get too far into that valley, it's time to give away a T-shirt. Keith Pinnell's bracket is on and popping, so I will shut up and I will let him run his bracket, which is on TV theme songs.
All right, TV theme
I will monitor
songs.
the predictions, by the way. All you have to, I'll make the entries, so all you have to do is just call the bracket.
Okay.
All right.
And I've already taken a lot of shit.
Yeah. So
for what is not on the bracket.
Well,
Just
John B gave you enough shit because you didn't have. He had a lot of there were a lot of theme songs there, and there's two here for me that are not present that I just thought, well, I'm not even sure this is a valid bracket. One is the Rockford Files. How the fuck do you leave off the Rockford Files?
Here's the deal. Here's one of my criteria for selecting songs that. Trust me, I know the Rockford Files, but I'm not sure a lot of our listeners would know the Rockford Files.
Best show ever.
Here's another one.
James Garner's an Oakland Raiders fan.
On it.
All right.
Take my love, take my land, take
Can you hear that?
where I cannot
What the hell is that? Don't play more than 14 seconds of it, though, or we're not going to be able to post our podcast.
That's the theme song to Firefly, which is one of my favorite shows.
Did you get shit for that?
What's that?
Did you get shit for that one?
No, but it's not on the list.
All right, so then
And
the
this
other
one as well.
Then the other greatest theme song that you left off of here is The Greatest American Hero. And I'm not sure how you did that because we grew up at the same time.
We did.
And that's one you should have left on there. And almost any Mike Post theme, which is the guy who wrote it.
Hill Street Blues.
Magnum P.I., I think he wrote that one. And so there's a bunch. So I understand there's a lot, but Greatest American Hero and Rockford Files were the two big omissions here. But all right, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Ray gave me shit for not having Big Bang Theory on there.
Dan.
There's the Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
There's Rawhide. All my honorable Sanford and Son.
Stacey
Let's get started.
Stacey Graham mentions The Courtship of Eddie's Father. That's a good one.
That's before
that's
my
People
time.
Let Me Tell You About My Best Friend, right? Isn't that it, Stace? I think it is. He's a warm-hearted person who'll love you till the end. People let me tell you about my best friend. All right, so I'm typing in the bracket for people to see.
All in the Family is not on the list.
That's a good one. Boy, the
It's a
way
great
Glenn
one.
Miller played songs that made the parade. All right, I'll stop singing now. Go ahead.
And we all thank you for that.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
It was actually
All right.
pretty good.
10 viewers
All right,
still.
here we go.
We got a double-digit viewers. This is very exciting.
So the 811, one of the more modern ones.
Yeah.
I'll Be There For You, the Friends theme song.
Yeah.
And Love Boat.
This may be my generational sort of thing, but I never really... I enjoyed Friends, the humor, until about the third season, which is when I think it jumped the shark. I always thought the theme song was pretty vapid and had no correlation to the actual show because all of the characters that were played were incredibly selfish. But that said, the Love Boat theme, Thursday night was Fantasy Island, Love Boat, and I think, I forget what the other one was, but definitely Love Boat, Fantasy Island. And so, when that Love Boat theme would come on and they would have the cascading stars that would come down in front of you, like, oh, there's Wayne Newton and there is Robert Goulet. Wow, he's a star. And then all these stars would be on and, Julie would be trying to hook him up with Isaac and the whole thing. So I'm going to pick the Love Boat here because I just think it's the stronger winner. And I realize it's an underdog here in the what did you say, 6'11"?
8'11". No, 6'11".
6'11". They have to add up to 17 or it doesn't make sense. The 6'11", I picked the underdog here. I pick Love Boat.
Okay, I can go with Love Boat.
All right, good. Then I can
go with Love Boat. I watched the first however many seasons of Friends and then just said, I'm done with it.
Right.
Although I do love the character of Chandler.
Yeah, he's great.
I've been compared to Chandler.
I have a good friend named Mark Muncie who is he looks like Chandler, he acts like Chandler, and that was a big deal. All right, Love Boat is tallied. Go.
I see it. Okay. 5'11"? No, 5'12"?
5'12".
Oh, this is taking us back to our glory days, Jason.
Yeah.
Knight Rider.
Yeah.
And Dukes of Hazzard. Just a good.
You go first for that one, because this is a really tough one for me.
One of my first albums that my parents ever bought me.
Yeah.
One Christmas, they bought me Saturday Night Fever.
Okay.
And The Outlaws.
Okay.
With Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson, Tom Paul Glazer, Jesse Coulter, Chris Christopherson would make an appearance every now and then. So I got into Waylon Jennings then.
Yeah.
But Knight Rider's the music, the Dukes of Hazzard. The theme song tells a story.
Right.
And I'm going with the Duke boys.
I had to think about this one because I really, 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 really loved Knight Rider when it came out. Like high-tech car.
It's not about the show. It's about the theme.
No, I get it. But there's an emotional tie to both. So, you have a butler in the car who talks to you and Hasselhoff and the guy in the white suit and the whole thing. But you're right. Dukes of Hazzard is an indelible memory. That is a great theme song, and I loved that show. My only bitch about Dukes of Hazzard whenever it was on was that they did not use the bow and arrow with the exploding tips long enough. But still...
because they couldn't use guns because they had a police record.
Right, and I think they were on at a certain hour that they couldn't do that either. And I was naive about Confederate flags and things like that, and I love the car, which was a Dodge Challenger, which is today the I'm pretty sure it's the first term military person car of choice is the Dodge Challenger. And there is no good Dodge Challenger without the vape smoke pouring out of the driver's side window. So, but either way, I agree with you. Dukes of Hazzard here is the hands down choice, and that's another underdog. So a 12 beats a 5.
All right.
And is Hazard spelled right? Did you spell Hazard right?
Well, I spelled it right. I just didn't spell it like it's spelled on this show.
All right. Okay.
With 2 Z's.
All right. Hang on. So let me get to some comments here. So Stace said quality programming right there. I agree. Daniel Love, exciting and new, of course. Too many claps in the theme song for the Friends theme song. Couldn't agree more. And it made the Rembrandts, I think that was their name. They were a star for way too long. Holly says Love Boat wins. I agree. Love Boat moves on. Daniel says Waylon Jennings, of course. Kit was the best. Stacy. Okay, so that was just in. Okay, go ahead.
You know who the voice for Kit was, right?
It was the guy who he was on St. Elsewhere. I don't remember.
Yeah, he was the asshole doctor on St. Elsewhere.
Yes.
But he was also the teacher on Boy Meets World.
That's it. Yes, exactly. Yes, I do remember that. So, yes, I do know who the voice was.
Mr. Feeney.
Mr. Feeney.
Okay. All right. So let's see here. Where did I go?
And we will update the predictions round by round if I can. Last time we tried to do that, it was lagging, but I think it'll be okay this time. Go ahead.
All right. 7-10. The 10 is WKRP in Cincinnati. And Lonnie Anderson. Anyway, and number 7 is Moving On Up.
Hey, we're moving on up to the... So, I was in love with Lonnie Anderson. for a lot of reasons. She was a buxom blonde for one. That's a good starting.
Every other heterosexual prepubescent teen.
But I was also in love with Bailey Quarters. So I didn't.
Me too.
Bailey Quarters. That's tough. WKRP, a huge part of my life when I was growing up. That theme song coming on every week, listening to the show, big deal to me. And just listening to that and hearing that's a big deal. Good Times song though, kind of similarly. I watched a lot of
The Jeffersons.
Jeffersons. I'm sorry, Jeffersons. Yeah. I don't know why I thought Good Times, but right. I watched the Jeffersons all the time, and that was another great show. Sherman Hemsley, Marla Gibbs, whole show. I love that one too. Great theme songs. This is a great battle. This is a coin flip for me, but if I were flipping the coin, wow, this is tough. For me, I'd have to go with Moving On Up.
I can't tell you how many times, especially when I was starting off in radio, how the comparison to WKRP in Cincinnati came up. And now, after we started learning about radio and how things actually work, he couldn't talk like that on the microphone without his headphones on, and you would still be able to hear the music.
Howard Hessman.
Blah, blah. Anyway, moving on
Venus
up.
Flytrap.
It's a great theme. I'm going with Moving On Up.
You're going Moving On Up too. All right, so that's a consensus. We don't need to flip a Dallas Cowboys coaster for that. Moving On Up moves on up. All right, go ahead.
All right, the 8-9, two old but indelible imprints in our brains.
Yeah.
Number 8, Beverly Hillbillies.
Yeah.
Now here's a little story about a man named
Jed.
Poor mountaineer Billy kept his family
fed. Uh-huh.
Then one day he was shooting at some crude, and up through the ground came bubbling
crude. Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
All right, and then number 9 is that 3-hour tour of Gilligan's Island. It's a tough one.
You want to go first?
No.
All right, I'll go first. So, shit, this is tough. So when I was a young man of 143 pounds.
Not about the show, it's about the theme.
I know, but when I was a young man at 143 pounds and 6 feet 3 inches tall, I was very much
what I am now.
I was very much likened to Gilligan in appearance, which was fair, but it pissed me the fuck off. So, but it was fair. And as I'm an older person now, I totally understand why people would say that. So Gilligan's Island and Beverly Hillbillies were on KTTV, Channel 11 in Los Angeles, Joanne, and they and Joanne and Joanna, and they would both come on when I was home during the summer from Point Loma High School, and I would watch both. Which of those, which do I think is the more memorable theme song? I'd have to go with Gilligan's Island because. Gun to head, that's the first thing that comes in my head is, sit right back and you hear a tale of a fateful trip. I mean, I have that one pretty much down. Beverly Hillbillies I have down too, but I was never able to consummate my relationship with Ellie Mae. So I got to go with Gilligan's Island here.
Swimming pools, movie
stars.
Yeah, I'll go with Gilligan's Island as well.
Okay.
Although I was never able to consummate my relationship with Marianne either.
Yeah.
So whatever.
That would have been awkward if we were both trying to do it at the same time. I need to turn on my light. Hang on one second.
We cock blocked each other is what happened. Anyway.
I can't believe you just said that on our podcast. I think that's still on brand though, so we're okay.
F-bombs every day, and
F-bombs. All right, let's take a look. Okay, so we have our
I'm on the beer.
We have our 4 moving forward. Go ahead. Go to the next one.
Okay. So what number is it? 3 and 14.
3 and 14.
14. Three's Company. This one jumped out at me at the last.
Yeah.
Right at the end.
Yeah.
And come and knock on our door. Yeah. Exactly.
Right.
And you have Chrissy, you have Janet, and whatever bimbo of the week Jack was trying to be with.
Yeah.
And it's just a consummate song.
Yeah.
It was made. It's not a song they picked up for the show. It was made for the show.
Right.
And then at number 3, Suicide is painless. I just watched this
That's what
the
it's
other
called.
night.
That is what it's called. Suicide is painless. Yeah.
Yes. In fact, one of the characters' name was Pain. The guy that was in the coffin
Yeah.
is named Painless because he could rebuild jaws and
Right.
he was a facial. Anyway.
Anyway.
MASH. So MASH against Three's Company.
Yeah, this is a pretty easy one. Three's Company is the winner here. I watched
Really?
MASH. Yeah, I watched MASH a lot, and I dug it as a show, but it was a little too serious for me growing up. So Three's Company was so in the wheelhouse, and I was
John Ritter was fantastic.
for whatever reason, I was always more drawn to Joyce DeWitt than I was to Suzanne Summers, and I'm not sure why, but there you go. But anyway, as far as theme songs go, Three's Company, I'm not even sure why you have this as a 14 seed. It should be a 3 seed. Three's Company is the winner there.
I'm going to disagree. I'll let you go with it because I'm disagreeing and going with MASH. Because, excuse me, that first for not just our generation, Gen X, who doesn't mess with anybody, and if you mess with us, we'll kill you. For Gen X, it's that. Don't shake your head at me. Anyway, MASH, that first guitar, John B, help me out here. That first guitar, that dun 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 dun, that first guitar, first 4 notes is automatically recognizable. Three's Company, you go, wait, I've heard that before.
That's a great theme.
But MASH, you know right away. So is this our
flip your
first
damn
flip?
Dallas Cowboy coaster then, because we need to.
All right.
That's my side. That's my side.
The Cowboy side.
I get the Cowboy side. All right. Go ahead.
Ready?
Flip it. Boom! I'm a winner, aren't I? Am I a winner? Fuck. I don't agree with that at all, but that is how we decide things here on the show. So MASH moves on.
All right. Last one. Last one?
No. We got 3 more. Come on. Faster.
Right, so Star Trek.
All right.
The original Star Trek.
Yeah.
And Laverne and Shirley.
Which you also spelled wrong, dummy. Forgot the E on the end of Laverne.
But I have the L, and that's the most important part.
It is the most important part.
It was on our shirt. So
this is a good one, too. Again, I think this one might have been on KCOP Channel 13, but it may have been on, I don't know. But Star Trek reruns, I grew up on those. Laverne and Shirley, I watched live. It was on 8:30, right on after Happy Days. Shamil Shamazel, Hassan Pfeffer Incorporated, in Gary Kunich's hometown of, or not hometown, but of a current residence of
Milwaukee.
Yeah, of Milwaukee. So, I would pick Star Trek.
See, I'm trying not to let I'm a little bit of a Trekkie, not much. I'm much more of a Star Wars guy, but I'm a little bit of a Trekkie, trying to work through Picard right now. Laverne and Shirley, though, I watched a lot of, and of course they got theirs, as you said, got their start on Happy Days.
Okay, I'm gonna do something unprecedented. I'm changing my mind because I had to think about what we were voting on here. Yeah, I know. And as far as TV theme songs go, I think, now that I'm thinking about it, Laverne and Shirley is a more memorable TV theme song.
And that's where I was going.
Yeah.
Shamil.
Yeah.
Do we really know what they say there, really? And
Shamil's
Hassan
kind of
Pfeffer Incorporated. What?
Yeah.
Anyway, but it is memorable. And you see the beer bottles going through the production line, and her putting the glove on top of one of the bottles.
Right.
It's
very I Love Lucy, by the way.
Very I Love Lucy. So yes, Laverne and Shirley moves on there.
Yeah. Okay.
So for the final one in the final bracket in the first round. All right, here we go.
All right.
Oh, I did put Rawhide on. Rawhide.
Yeah.
Yippee-ki-yay. Ride them up, move them out. Rawhide. Yes.
Yeah.
And then SWAT.
So you want to go first here?
Oh, man.
No? Yes? What?
No, you go first.
All right, so
you go first.
I owned every SWAT toy. I owned a SWAT costume, for what that's worth. Robert Urich was a absolute hero to me. And
he's still a hero to me.
Yeah, I cannot. The SWAT theme, because they tried to bring it back again on CBS and it sucked. and I didn't watch it, and I wasn't
It's
going to
on
watch
AFN
it.
right now.
Right. So I will not watch it. The only SWAT, which I think was it on ABC? I don't remember. I think it was ABC, but it doesn't matter. That, to me, that is a great theme song. I don't know that I would have made it my first ranked theme song, but it is a great theme song. Ride, a bit before my time, I get it. I understand that it's a great TV theme song, but I have too much emotional baggage invested in SWAT here. That's what I would do. I would move SWAT on. I had the little walkie-talkie. I had the little M16. I had all the SWAT. I had all of it. So
All the SWAT. That's
all
a
of
whole
it.
different connotation now. You realize that, right? What
Right.
swatting is.
Yeah.
Rawhide, Clint Eastwood. And I'm a huge Clint Eastwood fan, especially younger version of Clint Eastwood. But SWAT,
Okay,
as you said,
we're gonna
and
have
a
to have
lot of
discussion.
these.
Hi,
believe it
Steve
or not,
Barber.
because-
Welcome.
Because of the timing they came out,
16.
I watched a lot of these on AFN.
Right.
No, SWAT was in the 70s.
SWAT was late 70s, early 80s, sir.
Yes, and Rawhide. You're right. Rawhide was in the 60s.
That was
50s,
50s, 60s, I think. Someone will
Yes.
correct us in the feed. Someone who is
John B.
right.
He'll fix us up.
He'll fix us up.
But I loved watching SWAT and then pulling those huge M16s out. And yeah, that's right. So I will go, and this may upset a few people. I will go with SWAT as well.
All right. I think that's a fair choice, by the way. All right. So let me see if we can fucking see how our predictions stand after the first round. So we will look at the predictions and see if we have. Okay, so here. Okay, we do. Yes. Woohoo! All right. So if you are predicting, here's where you stand. If you are Waylon/Chalk, you are tied with DN3. I'm guessing that's Daniel Nathaniel. TV bracket with 30. Snafu and Going With My Gut are at 28. Shudder to Think is 24. No. Batman, I think that's PJ, is 21. Friendly Prediction, Darren, is 15, so he's not doing so well. What? No Bonanza, that's got to be John B., is 13. Want to Go to Hawaii is 26. I'm not sure why they're all the way down there. And then Best TV Theme Ever is 22, so that's where we're at. All right, let's press on.
Shudder to Think. I know that. I can't think of who that is.
I can't either.
I'll have to find it. I'll find it on.
But we're off to a good start with the T-shirt thing. All right, so go ahead. Let's press on.
Okay.
Oh, hang on. I gotta move.
I can't start.
Oh wait, you forgot one. The 2 and 15 bracket.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I thought you missed one. I think Daniel Nathaniel specifically is waiting on this one to fucking be decided.
Here's the beer bottle our beer comes in.
Yeah.
It's a champagne size.
Do you have the same one I do?
This is the blonde.
I have the blonde. This week. Yeah.
Oh, you have the blonde this week.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. I did
We've
forget
been feeding
one.
that thing.
Crap.
Blondes.
All right. So Hawaii 5-0.
Yeah.
Just that drums, and I didn't realize doing my research.
Yeah.
It was created specifically for that show. Right. Now, having said that, the Ventures made it famous by recording a version of it, and that's what everybody hears when it's on the radio.
That's
and
the
that
Ventures,
kind of thing.
Is it really? Okay.
Yeah, but Hawaii 5-0, the theme. Okay.
Yeah.
And then Cheers. And I know which one John B is going for because the show is set in Boston.
Well, I'm picking Hawaii 5-0, and I don't need. Yeah, I'm not even sure I need to explain that. Hawaii 5-0, above and beyond, for sure. Cheers, I liked as a show, but I mean, the theme song is not the thing that resonates with me there. So, Hawaii 5-0 all the way. In fact, I think Hawaii 5-0. You have it as a 15 seed, which I don't get at all. I think that's a good contender to win this thing. So.
David Scroggins is Shudder to Think. David, I appreciate you showing up. David, we were friends when we were in our respective mothers' wombs.
Wow.
Our parents knew each other before I was a twinkle in my mom's eye, and he was even thought about with his parents. David was born in June. I was born in July of the same year.
Wow.
We've known each other, and he is from. I can't believe I'm about to mention this on our podcast. Yeah. He is from the tiny town of Holdenville, Oklahoma.
Holdenville. Well, just
Holden.
as an addendum, Holly says cheers, cheers. But I'm sorry, Holly. I've got to go Hawaii 5-0 here.
To be quite honest, I
hope you're honest.
here. I cannot even. I can think of the melody, but I can't think of the words to the cheers song.
Dun, dun. No, that's Hill Street Blues. See, there's a great example. I started to think of cheering.
I love a drum. I love a good
drum.
All right,
Hawaii 5-0 it is. All right, Hawaii 5-0 it is. All right. So now so now that we're filled out, let me go back to
David Scroggins is listening. That's awesome.
Let me figure out where we are with the predictions now. It should be all right. So Daniel Nathaniel shoots up. So now we have Daniel Nathaniel shoots up to the top with 30 points. Snafu, whoever that is, 28. Waylon and Chalk, 27, along with Going With My Gut. Shudder to Think is at 23. What No Bonanza, John B., I'm pretty sure, is 13. Wanna Go to Hawaii is 26. Best TV Theme Ever, 22. Batman is 18, and Friendly Prediction, Darren is 12. But, Darren's got a lot on his mind, so. All right, go ahead. Can you see the bracket?
P?
Can you see the updated bracket, or do you need me to read it?
Yes, I can see the updated bracket.
All right, go.
Yes. All right, so here we go. 13-12. Laverne and Shirley and them Duke boys.
I got to go with the Dukes of Hazzard here.
That's a tough one for me.
The Dukes of Hazzard is a titan at this, especially when Waylon Jennings would come on at the 20-minute, 40-minute, and 53-minute break points. He'd come on and go, well, them Duke boys have gotten themselves into a bit of a mess now, haven't they? We better find out what they do right after this here break. And that's what he do. And so, he had a little continuity there.
But Daisy's still wearing her tight shorts.
Oh, Barbara Bach, who was not Catherine Bach, by the way, married to Ringo Starr. No. Yeah, it's Dukes of Hazzard all the way for me here.
Okay, I agree. Dukes of Hazzard.
All right.
Barbara Bach and Ringo Starr were in a movie called Caveman together.
They were. I think that's how they met and got married, actually.
Best line in the movie when they come up against or with a big pile of dinosaur poop.
Yes.
The three of them say, there's three people in the scene that say, doo-doo, caca, shit.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That's it. That's the whole movie. Yeah, that's the whole movie. And and so the best thing for Ringo, though, is when they go to Family Guy and he says, oh, look, Ringo's written a song. We're going to pin it right here on the refrigerator for Ringo. Yes. Best ever. All right, go ahead.
All right, the 311. And this one's tough for me.
Yeah.
No, tough for me, not tough for you.
Not tough for me.
MASH and Love Boat.
Love Boat. Yeah, Love Boat is a consummate theme song, and I can't think of another theme song.
Can you sing it?
Love, exciting and new, come aboard. We've been waiting for you.
Expecting.
The Love Boat.
All right, that's enough of that.
All right.
Cut that shit out.
That was pretty good.
I'll give that to you.
I'm a charmer.
Just because you sang it.
All right. So Love Boat's moving on.
Yeah.
That was a good rendition, by the way. Anybody who says
and by the way, yeah. I didn't seed these. The computer seeded these. Just so you know.
So when you enter in a mass list, which I think is what you probably did, you can just shuffle I'll show you how to do that later.
That's exactly what I did.
All right, so you just need
seeds came out.
The 1 seed is at the top, the 16 seed is at the bottom. So just make better decisions next time, sir.
Whatever the fuck. Okay.
All right, 10 viewers still hanging on. Go.
So the 15 set, that's the camping.
Yeah, 15-7.
10-7.
Yeah.
10-7. 15-7. Hawaii 5-0.
Yeah.
And moving on up. Oh, this one's a tough one.
This is a tough one. This is a good battle here. And I know Daniel Nathaniel, our native Hawaiian, is counting on this one to move forward. Both of these theme songs resonate with me very much so. Dave Chappelle did a fantastic skit called I Know Black People, in which it's like a game show, and then he would ask questions. And he goes, "What is a Lucy?" And then he had I think it was the Good Times theme song, and I think this was also part of it as well. But that said, The Hawaii Five theme song to me is ephemeral. I mean, it is just ubiquitous to me, and I've used two big words there. I know you'll have to look them up later, Keith, but to me, it's Hawaii Five-0 because I was Californian. I was raised. I just have a little more emotional tie there. I lived in Hawaii for a little while, so yeah, I've got to go with Hawaii Five-0. 5-0, 5-0.
No, I totally get it. Moving on up is also.
Okay, we're moving on. Is that your phone? There you go. I like that. Daniel Nathaniel likes that too. Let me see if he's doing anything. There we go. All right, good. Good.
I'm going with Hawaii Five-0. Moving on up is classic.
Yeah.
And it comes up in just general conversation.
Right.
And I would be. This was a tough one for me when I saw who was moving on, but I just like the energy. And like I said,
all right.
I like a good drum. My dad was a drummer. He made money drumming.
Oh, that's right.
I'm a drum guy.
Yeah.
So I mean, of course, I don't know how to play, but that's on me.
All right,
moving on.
Come on, let's move on. We're at 1 hour, so you need to hustle, brother.
13-12. Laverne and Shirley, Dukes of Hazzard.
We already decided that. Dukes of Hazzard, spelled wrong.
SWAT and Gilligan's Island.
Gilligan's Island. As much as I hate to go against SWAT, Gilligan's Island is the epitome of TV theme songs, in my opinion. Gilligan's Island for me, all the way.
Okay. Going back down, Hawaii Five-0.
Wait. Slow down. You don't need to go that fast. I need to move up the predictions, and then we need to talk about who's ahead now. So hang on.
Oh, well, fine.
Slow your fucking roll there, Robert
T-shirt.
Keith. I'm Robert Keith at the scene of a very bad accident, and let me tell you about the bad accident. All right, so Daniel Nathaniel, let me see. Nope. Snafu is winning with 26 points. Daniel Nathaniel, DN3, 24. Want to go to Hawaii? I don't know who that. Oh, Ray. That's Ray. Oh.
Ray?
24. And then the also rans are Best TV Theme Ever, Waylon and Chalk, Going With My Gut, What No Bonanza, and Shudder to Think, and then it gets worse from there. Hey, PJ, you need to pick better theme songs, my brother. You are at the bottom of the bracket here, so. Oh, nice. Love it. All right, final four. Let's go.
All right, here we go. Hawaii Five-0 and The Love Book.
This is seriously the hardest choice I've had to make all night. I had this little white 13-inch television in my room that I used to watch the ABC movie of the week, Love Boat, Fantasy Island, and usually the ABC movie of the week was a James Bond movie. And that's how my love for James Bond grew, because ABC somehow managed to get hold of James Bond movies.
You and PJ has all of the Ian Fleming books.
Yeah, as he should. Good for you, PJ. So this was a big deal to me. So having yes, Holly, we know there's some themes that were left out. She's asking where the Brady Bunch theme is.
You showed up late.
And I agree. We've already bitched at Keith for not including some themes, including Greatest American Hero, which would have won in my book. But Hawaii Five-0 and Love Boat, this is really tough. I have to judge it on the criteria, though, which is best TV show theme songs. And I got to go with Hawaii Five-0.
Really?
Yeah, I have to take the bracket for what it is. And if the epitome of a TV show theme song, if I'm just sort of measuring the criteria in my head, it's Hawaii Five-0.
All right. I'm not counting.
No coin flip? All right.
Nope.
All right.
Nope.
Hawaii Five-0 moves on, Daniel Nathaniel. All right, go ahead.
Gilligan's Island. And them good old boys.
Dukes of Hazzard. I am
Stop thinking about
so emotionally tied to John Schneider, Tom Wopat, Barbara Bach.
Catherine Bach.
Catherine Bach, yeah. The guy who played Roscoe, by the way, is a brilliant actor. He did an actor's workshop that a couple of my friends attended. He's a great actor. I don't remember what his name is, and I apologize, but he is great.
Something, I think. And also the guy who played Boss Hogg, Sorrel T. Brooke.
He was like
you won't believe how many things I think he was in Catch-22.
Right. He was he was a great he did some really neat stuff before that. Again, if I have to adjust my fire for best TV show theme songs and the one that really stays on people's brains, then I got to go with Gilligan's Island. I mean, there really isn't I mean, that is a fantastic theme song. I mean, just sit right back in your hero tale of a fable
Everybody
trip.
knows it.
Everybody knows it, and even in this generation, whatever we're calling this particular generation, I think they understand the relevance of Gilligan's Island. And the Professor and Marianne and Thurston Howell III and Lovey Howell III and everybody else. So, I mean, if I were, I got to go with Gilligan's Island here. Dukes of Hazzard is right here next to my heart, but it's Gilligan's Island.
I agree.
All right.
I agree. So put that in. Let's see where we're standing.
Let's see where we're standing in the channel. So we're in the final. La 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 la. Who is winning now? Oops, shit. Predictions. Okay. Stand by. DN3. 24 points. Snafu, whoever that is, with 22. Want to go to Hawaii's 20. Best TV theme ever, 20. Going with my gut, 19. And then it kind of falls off from there. What No Bonanza and PJ's at the bottom. So there you go.
PJ. Come on, man.
I think your radar was a little off on this challenge, PJ. Holly said, how can a theme song without lyrics beat out the Love Boat? But Julie's here. Hi, Julie. Julie Veckerline is here. That is a great.
Really?
Well, Julie Veckerline joining us. That is fantastic. So,
that's awesome.
That is fantastic. All right.
Did you want to answer that question, or
what was my question again? I sort of forgot.
How can a theme without lyrics beat out the Love Boat?
Because I think it's in our social, because it's in our social conscious, right? It's one of those things that just right. It's in our when you hear it, you go, oh, Hawaii 5-0, or you go Hawaii, or you think Jack Lord, or you think Kono, or you think one of those things. So I think when you hear that, that's it. That's all you need.
But you don't hear it sorry, we're not there yet. My bad. The Love Boat.
The Love Boat. Right. So I just think even though it's an instrumental, I think it is that important to the sort of lexiconography of television to be where it is now. So we have a final round. We have a final round of Gilligan's Island.
Did you just say lexiconography?
No, Alexa just said something. I have a echo on my computer, but Gilligan's Island and Hawaii 5-0. Who you got?
I'm going with Gilligan.
You are? Okay.
Gilligan, the skipper.
The Professor and Marianne.
Ginger, and the Howells, yeah.
Alexa off. I have to tell Alexa to shut up. Okay.
That's strangely the same voice you use with me.
At work, no less. At work. And on the golf course. I have to think about this a minute. This is difficult. I did not expect these. I thought we would get to Dukes of Hazzard and Hawaii 5-0, actually. So this is a tough choice. Both of these things are very much indelibly written on a couple of generations of television. And there is a show currently called Hawaii 5-0 with very tiny Scott Kahn as one of the stars. He's this tall. He's like 4 inches tall. He's very tall. His father wasn't very tall either in The Godfather, but he's very short. He's very tiny.
I will say that the Ventures, who recorded the theme later, made a lot of money off of it.
Yeah.
The original drummer of the Ventures ended up becoming a 4-star general.
4-star to George Babbitt is his name, by the way. George Babbitt. And he ended up playing a version of Walk, Don't Run. Yeah, it's fantastic. So, yeah, that's a great part of our Air Force heritage that not a lot of people know. All right, so people are standing around waiting for me to make a decision. I pick Gilligan's Island. I just think, really, honest to God, this is a coin flip for me. Hawaii 5-0 and Gilligan's Island are neck and neck. But for some reason, Gilligan's Island resonates more with me. And I'm not sure why. But when I'm thinking of TV show themes, I mean, if you were to stop me and go, hey, Jason, at work, what is the TV show theme that comes to mind? It would be Gilligan's Island. That would be the first one that comes to mind. I have a lot of good memories with Annabelle, my daughter, and Hawaii 5-0, for sure. but Gilligan's Island is the winner, hands down.
I agree. It is the consummate theme song.
Yeah.
It tells a story, why we're there, why we're tuned in, why we're watching, what we can expect to see.
Yeah.
Because it names all the characters and going from there. So you take a moment, see what our standings are, and I will say again that yes, I know we could have done an hour and a half.
Well, again, there's probably
TV theme songs.
There's probably like a half a dozen theme songs that we left off, and it's difficult. And I praise you on your choices. I think you made some great choices, and we can all. I mean, it's a very opinion-based sort of thing. Greatest American Hero is very, very close to my heart. It meant a lot to me growing up. It meant a lot to me developing as a kid and things like that. All right, let's check out. Let's see who our winner is.
Dun, 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 dun. Now's when we need the ventures.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner is, and I have no idea who this is. Going with My Gut is the winner of the T-shirt. So if you are listening now or you're watching now, let us know who you are because I can't tell who that is. Going with My Gut is the winner with 19 points. 5 in the first round, 2 in the second round, 4, and then 8 because it went up exponentially. So he got 8 out of 15 right, but the score went up exponentially as the rounds went on. So good job for him. Daniel Nathaniel, very close. He got 16. Snafu with 14. Want to Go to Hawaii? That's Ray with 12. Best TV theme ever with 12. What No Bonanza? That's John B, obviously, 11. Waylon and Chalk is 7. Shudder to Think is 7. Friendly Prediction is 6. PJ is with 4 points is dead last. Sorry, PJ. You'll get him next time.
I'm not sorry.
So whoever Going with My Gut is, you win a T-shirt. Please let us know who you are. You can send us an email or you can send us a message through the Facebook page. We'll pick that up. I may be able to read your email off of the version of this that we have. We don't have like the deluxe version, but we may be able to get it. But the best way is tell us your email. Let us know who you are. You're probably somebody we know. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
Going with My Gut. Great choice. Great choice. Holly says it's a great choice of team name, and I don't blame her. So great job on picking that. We need to wrap this up though because we are way over time, and we only have.
Thanks for watching us.
Yeah. But we're okay. So any last thoughts on the bracket? Good bracket, by the way. I thought it was. There were some good choices, but again, as John B said, some stuff left off.
You know what? Somebody mentioned, Jim Heyman mentioned something.
That's my dad.
May have changed. Well, no. Oh, sorry, Dad. Thanks, Dad. Daisy Dukes. If I had read that may have changed my vote.
He must be commenting on a different thread than the one that's on the show because I'm only getting the ones that are on the show thread. So, Dad, I love you. I'm glad you're there. Thank you very much. So that's it. We appreciate you joining us. Again, you can get the show on iTunes, Spreaker, and what's the other one? Spotify. Duh. God, my brain went bzzz just for a second. Spotify, iTunes, and elsewhere. We'll have another bracket as we do with every show on Tuesday for the audio only. And then we'll be back live again next Saturday. Don't forget, we're brought to you by my book, 7 from the System, which is science fiction, speculative fiction, about 150 pages. Great airline read, great commuter read. $4.99. You're supporting an independent author. Get you some 7 from the System.
What's it called again?
7 from the System. On Amazon, search for it or search for me. You'll find it immediately. Thank you, everyone who joined us. We really appreciate that you joined us for the video thing. It really means a lot to us, to me and to Keith, sincerely. Keith and I are going golfing tomorrow. We love you all. Thank you all, and good night.
Good night.